You're probably staring at a handful of grill options, trying to figure out whether you're about to spend a good chunk of money on something that will sit unused in the garage, or finally get a unit that actually fits your weekend barbecue routine. I get that hesitation. The last thing you want is a grill that looks great on paper but ends up being a source of frustration every time you fire it up. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So let's talk about the Blaze LTE Plus 40-inch 5-burner built-in propane grill and see if it really delivers on the promises that make it stand out in a crowded market. First off, the biggest thing that separates a built-in grill from a freestanding one is how it integrates into your outdoor space. The Blaze LTE Plus is designed to sit flush against a countertop or a kitchen island, which means you're essentially extending your cooking area rather than adding a separate station. If you already have a dedicated outdoor kitchen or a solid prep surface, the 40-inch width and 5 burners give you a serious amount of real estate for searing steaks, grilling veggies, and even running a low heat zone for slower cooks. For families that love to entertain on the patio, that extra burner count translates into being able to keep a steak, a chicken breast, and a batch of corn on the cob cooking simultaneously without crowding the grill surface. Now, the real-world part of this review comes down to everyday usability, not just the specs on a sheet. One of the first things you'll notice when you pull the hood up is the spring-assisted mechanism. It feels almost like a car's power window. The hood lifts with very little effort and stays open at the height you set it. That's a small detail, but it matters when you're juggling a bunch of dishes and need to keep the grill open for a few minutes while you prep a sauce. The magnetic latch is another convenience. As soon as you close the hood, the latch clicks into place and automatically triggers the interior lighting. Speaking of light, the internal illumination isn't just a novelty. When you're grilling after sundown, the glow from the burners can be hard to see, but the interior lights give you a clear view of where the food sits, which reduces the guesswork and helps you avoid flipping a burger too early or missing a char spot. Safety is a big concern for anyone who's ever had a grill fire or a gas leak scare, and Blaze tries to address that with a safety glow design on the metal knobs. When a burner is active, the knob lights up red, acting like a visual reminder that gas is flowing. It's a subtle cue, but in a busy backyard where you might be moving between the grill, the drink station, and the kids, that little red glow can save a moment of panic. In my own experience, I've had a neighbor's grill where the knobs looked identical whether on or off, and that ambiguity can lead to accidental reignitions. The Blaze design eliminates that uncertainty. All of these features sound great, but the question is whether they add enough practical value to justify the price tag, which sits in the upper mid-range for built-ins. If you're a weekend warrior who only fires up the grill once a month for a quick hot dog, you might find the extra burners and internal lighting excessive. The real value shines for people who see the grill as a central cooking hub. Think backyard chefs who rotate between searing, smoking, and side cooking in one session. The 5 burners let you allocate 1 or 2 to high-heat sear zones, keep another at a medium temperature for chicken, and still have a low-heat area for indirect cooking or keeping food warm. That flexibility is where the Blaze LTE Plus starts to pay for itself, especially when you compare it to a smaller 3-burner unit that would force you to juggle food on a single surface. On the flip side, there are a few trade-offs that could be deal-breakers. The grill's built-in nature means you have to plan for proper ventilation and clearances in your outdoor layout. You can't just drop it on any patio without considering the surrounding walls and overhead. Also, while the internal lighting is useful, it's not as bright as a dedicated work light you might use on a freestanding model, so during a full moon night you might still need a supplemental lamp. Some owners have mentioned that the magnetic latch, while handy, can feel a bit soft after repeated use, meaning you might have to give it a firmer push to secure the hood completely. Those are minor quirks, but they're worth noting if you expect a set-it-and-forget-it experience. Who should walk away from this grill? If you live in an apartment or have a tiny balcony where a built-in unit isn't feasible, this isn't the right pick. You'll need a freestanding, compact grill that can be stored away. Also, if you're on a strict budget and plan to use the grill only for occasional side dishes,